News with Gina.
The news with Gina Grad.
So day 2 of Harvey Weinstein's sex crimes trial in New York got started Tuesday with the judge yelling at the former movie mogul for using his cell phone, according to Deadline.
Ooh.
A day out, yeah.
You know, it struck me that if you think about, I think about myself all the time. Like there's stuff I want or don't want or whatever, but I don't have time to really take to the streets and protest and do a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to loot, but I'm at work. You know what I mean? But if you're at home...
We should get that bumper sticker.
It's easier to loot if you're kind of hanging.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Have a time.
And poor Weinstein. Poor dear man.
Finally, someone's taking up his cause.
He has a lot of folks that are his victims. They got time to come on down and meet Rose McGowan in the center of town and have at it.
Yeah, get your poster board, your stick.
They ain't in Canada working. They ain't doing. They're home and they're ready to fucking take vengeance.
Yeah.
And they're ready. I mean, it's that crew. That is a crew that is always available and ready to fucking stand behind people and give you daggers, man.
That's right.
Oh, God.
Well,
I'm so glad Weinstein. He was such a douche.
I listened to the Catch and Kill podcast, the Ronan Farrow podcast, and this season is just about this. And there is a lot of crazy stuff in there. You think you know everything, but you really don't. Like he was followed by these, whatever.
Here's an interesting thought. All dudes are perverts in the sense.
Leave it at that.
Listen, you think that guy, he wears funny glasses. He's not, whatever. He gets boners and he looks into everything. You've heard enough stories about enough people and what they're into. All guys like getting laid. All guys like young actresses. All guys, blah, blah, blah. That's everybody.
That's a given.
That's a given. Now, most guys or many guys are good guys. And so they have to balance that. Here's what I want versus being a good guy. No bigger horn dog than Dr. Drew.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. He's a horny dude. Speaking of horn dog, you know where he'd like to put his corn dog?
I don't.
In your mustard.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
Thanks for saying ketchup.
Are you talking about Lord Jeff himself?
Let's hope it's not ranch.
Yeah.
The point is this.
I see somebody about that.
The point is, he's a horny dude. He's horny, man.
The idea of that is so funny to me.
He was telling me his wife was blowing him in his car when he was driving home the other night. Like, I was like,
but why ain't you got no play, playa?
From Old Town. Like, you couldn't even wait to get to your house? Fine.
Old Town. It's 3 minutes away.
I know. That's what I mean. So, my point is this. But he has to balance that against being a good guy.
Got it.
Now, Harvey Weinstein is a horn dog and a bad guy.
Yeah, and a predator.
Yeah, and Bill Cosby is a horn dog and a bad guy.
Right.
And so when you get, everyone's has the default horn dog base, horn dog and good guy. That's a little more of an Al Franken area.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Horn dog and bad guy. Now you got predator.
Right. That's. Thank you for breaking it down so succinctly.
Well, you look at it this way, like everyone's horny, everyone likes a hot 23-year-old, everyone, when Gwyneth Paltrow comes walking in a room, she's 22, all guys just want to screw her, but it's the bad guys who do tell my wife and whatever and meet me, and if you want this role. Yeah. So it's not the horny part, it's the bad part.
Right.
Don't be a player hater.
He's a bad dude.
Right. Well, they even have one episode is fully devoted to Umbra Gutierrez. She was the one that was all wired up. And all we knew about her was she was just some random model with an accent, and but really interviewing her, it was very interesting. So if you want to go a little layer deeper on that, I'd recommend the show.
I know John Max is a writer and probably not a producer and involved with the cameras and directing and all that stuff, but I did notice there were several Harvey Weinstein jokes and references. No cutaways to Quentin Tarantino. Kind of his number one recruit draft pick.
Interesting.
Probably not a coincidence.
I was thinking about, you know who got Me Too'd and evidently was legitimately Me Too'd, but kind of slid out at night. Tavis Smiley.
What?
I do kind of remember something
Tavis
like that.
Smiley was on TV every night. I mean, Tavis Smiley was.
No, I know.
a big guy.
I didn't know anything happened
He's
with Tavis
gone,
Smiley.
but Daddy.
Wow.
He is gone.
I did not notice.
Yeah, he just kind of slipped away.
And he was like, he was a good guy, beloved, nice guy.
He had a little Black Ellen going in him, like, I'm
Yeah.
going to portray this
And he
character
did.
that's really cares
Yeah.
about everything all the time.
Last name Smiley.
Mike just sent me an article on him where it's like,
Interesting.
you can look it up, Maxipata, but Tavis is done.
Wow.
See, for every one that you've heard of, there's 11 that you go, what happened to
Quietly.
Tavis Smiley? Like, he's not on anymore. He's not on NPR, whatever.
Right.
Whatever he was on,
Public
he's gone.
radio.
He's gone.
Speaking of which, where's James Franco been?
He was just in something.
He
I
was?
just saw him in something.
Okay.
We have to
Wondering
look
if
at
he'd
his
been around.
IMDb.
Okay. So here's what happened inside the courtroom. A day after Judge James Burke agreed to allow Weinstein to remain free on bail, which was $5 million, by the way, even as new charges were filed against him in L.A., he issued a stern warning after seeing him holding his phone. Burke told him to put the phone away and then asked if Harvey really wanted to end up in jail for the rest of his life over this stupid cell phone. The judge also rejected Weinstein's lawyer request to delay the trial in the wake of the new rape charges filed Monday and plans to move ahead with jury selection. And did you see him all like basically in an exoskeleton?
Yeah.
I mean, just the walker and I mean, just really looking pretty rough.
Yeah. New rape. Even worse than new coke. Hey, Max Bada, what did Smiley? Mike sent me those. He just sent me a note that said, "You're not producing correctly." What it was what?
So the way you want Smiley's allegations,
Yeah.
right? Okay. In one allegation in a report released by Deadline, it's a nearly 500-page report, a former worker said that Smiley allegedly asked her to lunch a few days after she was hired. While at lunch, he allegedly asked the woman if she had a boyfriend, and when they were driving back to the office, he asked what her bra size was. The woman claimed that he told her he would take her to a Victoria's Secret at the Grove to buy you some stuff, some panties. The accuser laughed but claimed that Smiley insisted and then said, "If you don't tell me what bra size you wear, I will make you walk back to the office." The woman also claimed that Smiley left a message on her cell phone voicemail telling her she looked so good while wearing a pink dress. And then two other women claimed they had sexual relationships with him.
The
And
note Mike sent is that one producer came to the house and the other one was naked in his bed, and he was like, "Let's get busy, the three of us."
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was a producer because he said that the heading was, "You're not producing correctly. You're standing there with fucking Nate and Willie T. Ribs."
Yeah, Chris, you know the cost of entry.
That's right.
Who was the other one? The Let's Get Crazy.
Todd O'Brien.
Thank you.
That's a classic.
That's the best
Yeah.
voicemail.
Yeah, that's why all phones should have breathalyzers built into them. He was blowing like a 2.7. He shouldn't have been making that phone
was
call.
mine.
Poor.
It was a
poor
crazy
guy.
call.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, Brian, you referenced this.
I was loaded out of my mind. I was loaded.
You referenced this yesterday, and it is in the news cycle still, so I figured we'd bring it up. Not all of George Lopez's jokes have gone over well with the audience, especially his jokes about Trump, and the audience is the Secret Service this time. So over the weekend, an Iranian official eulogizing slain military general Qasem Soleimani reportedly put an $80 million bounty on Donald Trump's head. Lopez commented on an Instagram post, quote, "We'll do it for half." According to TMZ, Lopez could expect a visit from federal agents to discuss whether he was
taxpayer
threatening
money visiting George Lopez.
Oh, there is a call to action on this one. Everybody's tweeting, you got to go get him. But as Brian brought up, meanwhile, the comparison Brian was alluding to yesterday was 2007 footage of Ted Nugent telling Barack Obama to suck on a machine gun during a concert. This is what happened then.
I was in Chicago last week. I said, "Hey, Obama, you might want to suck on one of these, you punk."
Holding up two machine guns.
You know,
Nice rim shot.
he's a piece of shit, and I told him to suck on my machine gun. Let's hear for him.
Listen, we got to get James Woods back on Twitter. All this Twitter talk is,
Oh, yeah,
I miss
please.
the man.
What was his bio?
Has it been a year? over a year?
Feels like a long time, man.
Sonny misses the man.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I just know that world peace is possible because when all the fires were raging in California, Alyssa Milano and James Woods put down their insults and got together to get those horses off the ranch.
That's what we need. Yeah.
That's right. Oh, there he is. Mm-hmm. Verified account for James Woods. I have no other Twitter account, no Facebook, nor any Gab account. Those are all phony accounts impersonating me. All right. Now we know.
Boring.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What's he doing? I mean, is he acting? We got to get him in here. We should get him in here.
That'd be great.
He's got to be. What's he live in Malibu? He's got to live out. He'll live out here somewhere, right?
I don't think Malibu. I mean, he hates his neighbors. Wouldn't he?
Yeah. I mean, him and Babs and Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're probably right. Probably puts back a few with Brolin, though.
That'd be great.
When Babs lets Brolin out of the house, he gets in a fucking Prius, pulls down the street, climbs out of it, gets into a Ford Raptor, does a fucking donut, and goes over to Woods' house and tosses back a few shots.
That's right.
That's what I think Brolin's doing. Yeah.
You should get in on that.
I should. He drives a Raptor. How great is it? I mean, you think about this, like you're doing this. It was sort of like, God, what's his name? Phoenix, Joaquin. Joaquin was like saying, "Hey, if you're gonna do this whole climate thing, don't take the private jet all over the place." You know what I mean? And
as it were,
the fact that we're trying to get this thing going, and Barbra Streisand's, if she's not on the tip of that climate change spear, she's near to it. The guy she marries, the guy she's been married to, said to me, I didn't want the 2019 Ford Raptor, which is it's a Baja Trophy truck that you can drive on the street with 18 inches of suspension in the travel. There's no reason to own that car anytime. He said I had to buy the 2017 and still got the V8 in it because the 2019
enough gas.
Got the V6 in it. I'm not burning enough fossil fuel. Now he drives that to Malibu where he lives with her. So how we gonna convert the fine people of India or China? Yeah. We can't get Brolin converted.
He's right there.
He's right there.
Low-hanging fruit.
He's in the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
That
might just be a street cred thing.
Yeah,
he's an everyman. He's salt of the earth. Rugged.
He goes downstairs. He goes to the mall. Goes to the TGI Fridays.
Gets a Wetzel's pretzel.
Gets a Wetzel's pretzel. Babs is shopping across the way. Gives her a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. Sorry. Oh, do you have more Smiley? Or do you have the ones that Mike sent me and made me laugh?
I'm still looking for. There's actually it's a really long report. But I'm not seeing any production notes or anything like that.
The latest batch is the producer or somebody came to his house, and the other one was already in his bed.
Oh my!
And he wanted the three to do a little session.
Sure.
On another note, James Woods sold all of his LA properties in 2018.
Not surprising at all. Where is he like a Plentywood guy?
Yeah, he's in Montana.
Yeah, he had a place in Rhode Island at that time too, but the report says he was looking to sell that as well. So I don't know where he is.
Wow.
Interesting. Where in the world is James Woods? Well, Netflix has released the first official trailer for its documentary series on Aaron Hernandez.
Ooh.
On Tuesday morning, the streaming service, dropped the main preview for Killer Inside, The Mind of Aaron Hernandez. It's a 3-part series which
premieres... Should have gone the football pun. Killer Inside, that could be anybody.
What would you prefer? Something about a gridiron?
Tight end? Or something like that?
It's going to give people a closer look at the murder case that made headlines everywhere. The trailer for the docuseries, viewers are shown old home videos of Hernandez, exclusive courtroom footage. And I don't know if you remember, I listened to the podcast series called Gladiator about him, and there seems to be some nice crossover and some really good details. Here's about 2 minutes of the trailer if you just want to get a taste of it.
No one has allegedly murdered 2 people and then played an entire season as a professional athlete.
I can't wait to be free.
I'm Aaron Hernandez from Bristol, Connecticut. I play at Bristol Central High School.
Aaron Hernandez was a different level of athlete.
He was kind.
He wasn't someone who picked on other kids.
He's one of the best players in America. Get him the ball.
The Patriots reward him with a $40 million contract.
Oh, wow.
Aaron Hernandez was a ticking time bomb.
the why is the story here.
He was out to prove something, like a tough guy all the time.
He had a second residence.
The flop house. He had trouble with drugs, with guns.
Aaron was absolutely operating on the edge.
New England Patriot Aaron Hernandez was arrested this morning at his residence.
Aaron was accused of murdering Odin Lloyd, his future brother-in-law.
How can an individual who has everything get involved in something like this?
I was the happiest little kid in the world, and you fucked me up.
I ain't living with that.
You did. I had nobody. What do you think I was going to do? Become a perfect angel?
Say angel.
Aaron was extremely terrified of his father.
Violent outbursts were not uncommon in the Hernandez home.
Aaron had a history of concussion-related injuries.
At the drop of a hat, he became angry and violent.
All right.
Had everything.
I'll be watching.
That's the end, yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Remember, it wasn't just that murder case. There was those two other dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is going to be. I think it'll be a good series. I mean, hopefully they'll uncover a lot of stuff that's still very mysterious about this dude.
The moral of the story is you are who you are, and fancy cars and contracts and houses and stuff like. It doesn't change mean people or violent people or any whatever.
Yeah, gives you more access.
Happy people or happy whatever. Unhappy people are unhappy in this. We have this society which is built around once you get that house and once you get that car and once you get that thing or that ability to go on vacation, then X, Y, and Z. It's not that. Right. It's just you are who you are. If that's who you are, that's who you are. Yeah. It's like suggesting my dog Phil would be different if we put him in a smaller house or a bigger house, or he would just be the same creature wherever he is. It's not. We put way too much of an emphasis on that, and we also, as a society, we do a lot of like these people are going without. I know plenty of people that don't have money who are happy, and I know plenty of people who have money who aren't happy. There's no straight line between having things and being happy.
And as it pertains to the Aaron Hernandezes of the world, a lot of times that money and that access and that fame and that whatever, that enabling can exacerbate. You know what I mean? Like, to think about the position to murder people if he hadn't been a multimillionaire?
The worst...
Possibly, but less likely.
Possibly, but here's the problem. The problem is once you get that money... and you're still exactly the same inside at night. You still feel unhappy. You still feel angry, or you still feel whatever that is, whatever that thing is. Once you get the money, you realize it can't be solved, or you think it can't be solved. Because
that's supposed to be the answer.
There is a part of being poor and being unhappy and going, yeah, I'm unhappy because I don't have air conditioning or whatever. But if I got air conditioning, then I would be a different person. Most people get to have that as a sort of perpetual carrot and a stick out in front of them. But once you get a hold of the carrot and you don't like it, you realize you're not happy, that's tough. We have Smiley's threesome story.
Yes.
Breaking.
So, a couple more allegations. One is
just in.
A woman claimed Smiley grabbed her butt during a photo session and purposely made contact between his penis and her buttocks. And then one woman claimed that when she visited Smiley's house, he opened the door and he was not wearing pants. He later asked her to have a threesome with him and his executive producer, who, the report claimed, was seen naked in Smiley's bed with a frightened look.
Oh, God.
Frightened.
That changes things.
The guy's name is Smiley.
Yeah. I
prefer Guy Smiley from the Muppets.
Now, you can argue I answer the door with my pants off all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I roll.
Ask the Grubhub guy, ask the Sparklets guy, ask the meter reader.
But you scoot them out. You don't invite them in.
I will bring in 110 witnesses right now who will testify.
If I'm in a courtroom and you can prove to me that you exclusively answer the door without pants, then I'm going to let this one slide by. I suspect you saw her coming up the walkway and removed your pants.
That's more likely.
But if we can get the mailman
or subpoena the Ring video doorbell.
Yes.
Yeah, if we can get a whole bunch of that footage of you just answering the door with your pants down, like,
flopping.
Hi, Jehovah's Witness, I got to watch her. What? Then I will move past that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw the whole case out.
So I work. Well, at least that
portion
of it. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to get the producer in the bedroom.
Yeah,
with
that frightened look.
I don't know about the frightened look. This is like a lot of speculation there. Most gals I've had sex with had a frightened. They were concerned. They were concerned.
They were cautious.
They were cautiously concerned. All right, let's bring it home.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
Mayor of Zero Fucksville.
Gina.
That was the news with Gina Grad.